Hello everybody and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today's episode is another episode of Getting to Know, and we are going to be getting to know Wendy Weird and Phoebe Phantom by Nikki Britt. Now, Wendy Weird the story is she's a weird girl that didn't have a lot of friends, and so she had a ghost friend named Phoebe Phantom. Now, Phoebe is done in a glow-in-the-dark resin, so that's very unique for, you don't see a lot of dolls done in glow-in-the-dark resin, so that's really cool about her. They're both 18 inches tall, so they're really similar to American Girl size, except their bodies are slimmer, so they really can't wear American Girl clothes, but they fit Journey Girl clothes fairly well. With the exception of their hands, they have what we collectors lovingly refer to as starfish hands, because you see how their hands are spread out, so they don't fit into a lot of different clothing. Like, their hands won't go through, but you can remove the hands and put them in a lot of Journey Girls clothing, and also Carpetina clothing can fit them well, the slim Carpetina clothing. So they were done as full sets, and they were limited to 80 each, and that was total 80. So whether it was a full set or whether the doll came nude, they were limited to a total of 80 dolls. Now, I don't know what the original retail of these dolls was, because I did not purchase them at original retail. I got them after the fact, but I think they were around $800 or $900 each. But again, I'm not sure about that. Now, they take a size 10-11 wig, and they take a size 20 eyes. And so I can't fit them totally in the screen here, unfortunately, because they are so big. But I'm going to put Phoebe long ways to show you what her outfit looks like. She came with purple boots and purple lace stockings, a thin purple dress. It's like a really thin cotton fabric, really gorgeous, and then a purple mohair wig, and you can see how pretty her face up is, and she really does glow in the dark. She glows purple, and she's really, really gorgeous at night when you've got her glowing and looking so ghostly. And she also had a purple bow, which just fell out of her hair when I picked her up. Now, Wendy Weird is done in a resin tone called Marshmallow White. And she, now this face-up is actually not by Nikki, because I damaged the original face-up by Nikki. So this was redone by Shell. And I asked her to mimic Nikki's style as best as she could. So Wendy came with this black bob wig that I believe is from Monique, while Phoebe came with the purple mohair wig that I believe Michelle Hardy made, but I can't quote that for sure, but I think that she did. And their outfits were done by Connie Castile of Sweet Designs. Let's see if if they have the tag in them. Yes, so you can see Sweet Creations, sorry, not Sweet Designs, Sweet Creations is the name of her business. So she did their full set outfits, and then the shoes I think are just from Monique. Actually, I know they're from Monique. And as I've said before, Nikki does source some of her shoes and wigs and things from Monique. I don't know where the original eyes came from, but Phoebe had these ghostly purple eyes. You can see that, and they are glass, while Wendy has these. I think these are more like, I don't think they're glass. I think they're more like the acrylic, like Glastic eyes, or I can't remember what they're called, and she came with blue eyes. So their story's super cute, and the concept sketches of them they're really nice. Now, their shoe size, they can wear American Girl shoes. They just can't wear American Girl clothes, because American Girl clothes are too loose fitting. They've got a double joint at the elbow. They've got let's show you the knee joints. They've got a double joint at the knee as well. So double jointed knees and elbows, and then they've got the chest joint here. Now, one of Nikki's signatures is that on her face up, she does do a tiny heart. So there's the tiny heart there for Phoebe. And I had Michelle recreate the tiny heart on my Wendy that was redone. So just to show you an example of the starfish hands next to the regular hands. Now, these were the only, as far as I know, the only 18-inch dolls of Nikki's that came with starfish hands. So those were the only ones that had those spread out hands. Her other hands look like this. So they're more of like a natural kind of hand pose. So I just wanted to show you guys that as compared to the starfish hands. I think these were released in 2013, but I'll double check that. And there was a pre-order for them. Again, I didn't take part in the pre-order because I was a little bit late to the game. So, bummer, right? But anyway, really sweet dolls. The concept art and the story behind them is really incredible. And just a couple of cuties. And they're just big, chunky, lovable girls. And they have the sweetest faces. Now, I know a lot of people will say, oh, they look so sad, but that's kind of part of the story. You know, Phoebe is a ghost girl and Wendy's lonely, and so they become friends. So, but I like the expressions on their faces. I like the way their faces look, and that's why some of these dolls are some of the most coveted dolls that Nikki has created, just because the sculpt is so unique and it's so interesting compared to other sculpts. When they came out, they were delivered in these OG bags from Target. So these are the doll carriers made by our generation that Target carries for like 18-inch dolls. So they did come in those, so they were very well protected. And that's really cool. And then you can see, I'm going to show you guys what the COA looks like. So there's the COA for Wendy Weird and Phoebe Phantom, 18-inch BJDs. And full set, this one's Wendy's. And she was number 20 out of 80. So there you go. So height of 18 inches, wig size 10-11, eye size 18-20. That's cool that the measurements are right there on the COA because you don't see that all the time. So really cool dolls. Love the story behind them. And Nikki is doing these in a smaller size now. Not necessarily Wendy Weird and Phoebe Phantom, although she did have a Wendy Weird at a show in Florida, IDTS, in 2019. She did her in the small size as Wendy Weird. So I think it's really cool that she is reducing that sculpt. So for those of us who are trying to keep space to a minimum, we can still have the sweet sculpt, but in a more compact size. So anyway, guys, I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please give it a big thumbs up, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.